we see here Soheb has Amoonguss, Zapdos, Excadrill, Charizard, Tapu Lele, and Tyranitar, while James has Salamence, Entei, Aegislash, Milotic, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Koko. What do you think of the matchup so far?
Matchup looks pretty even. Milotic may not be used to James, which it may have in early rounds due to the heavy amount of Intimidate I've seen this tournament, and I believe everyone has seen. But James does have a lot of scouting to do, checking the Charizard if it's Y or X, and just maneuvering around possible items on Sohaib's team.
Oh, okay. So, personally, I think Salamence isn't as good as it used to be in 2015, but I like it on James's team. It looks like it seems to fit. It reminds me of like the old Salamence Aegislash Amoonguss core that used to happen in 2015, but instead of Amoonguss, you have Bulu.
It looks like Sohaib's easily be able to control the board position against a lot of James' team because he is threatened by a lot. As long as James can hopefully control board position by hopefully not allowing Exca to get out of control in its own weather, sand, I believe Koko and Bulu could definitely do a number.
And we're going straight into the game here. Hopefully you have a good set.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
I do not sound like Kylo Ren. I sound like Chad.
And we see James lead Salamence and Tapu Bulu here, while Soheb opts to lead Zapdos and Tyranitar. What do you think of the leads?
You see James wanting to get an Intimidate out first on Tyranitar and wanting to control the terrain with Bulu, knowing that his Bulu is probably going to underspeed the Lele on Sohaib's team. So it feels pretty run out, although both players have decisions to make. Bulu does threaten T-Tar, while Zapdos can threaten Mence, which doesn't look like it's able to really threaten anything on James' team. So we're not...
I feel like the Intimidate here on the Tyranitar is going to be pretty big. I feel like the Tyranitar might switch out, because I don't think it's in the most favorable position. Oh wait, so it just goes for the Mega Evolution. That's interesting. Mega Tyranitar comes out from Sohaib right here.
So he's going to be that, and that does mean Zard is probably not in the back for Sohaib, so that is good information for James. He is going to go for the Protect.
And right now, Salamence is going for Dragon Dance. Wow, he didn't even opt to Mega Evolve, which is interesting. Preserving the Intimidate, most likely. And then we're going to see Tapu Bulu use Nature's Madness onto the Zapdos. And Zapdos here is going to use the Heat Wave. That's interesting. Opting a Heat Wave for HP Ice. And so far, this has been a pretty even turn because you got the Protect off. Ooh, the Burn. That's huge for Sohaib right there.
That was a lot of information that turn. We were able to find out that Salamence is Dragon Dance. And we did find out that Bulu is faster than Zapdos, which is something you do not often see. But it's slower than the Salamence, so it probably is not Scarf. And T-Tar protecting right there does mean that it was probably scared of the Bulu right there. Heat Wave burning Salamence is critical because it's going to have its attack. And so both players definitely have some decisions to make going forward in this game with all this info they've received.
Do you think a possible Tailwind is an option for Sohaib right here?
Tailwind is possible. Mence probably isn't able to threaten it, as Salamence is going to Mega Evolve.
Yeah, he Mega Evolves right here. And I don't think this Salamence can do much damage. Even with the +1 Dragon Dance, he's at a burned. And Double Edge goes off into the Zapdos, most likely. Yes, it does. And the Tapu Bulu goes for the Wood Hammer here. Interesting. Okay. Goes for the Zapdos. Pick up the KO, which is nice, because then he guarantees no Tailwind this turn if he has it. And he just goes for the Rock Slide here, what Tyranitar does do best, Rock Slide. Stab Rock Slide does a lot of damage to both Tapu Bulu and Salamence. And the Sandstorm damage takes effect. Then the Grassy Terrain heals Tapu Bulu. And what?
So it does get the free switch here, and does realize that the Bulu is not a berry. Probably taking away its decisions as he brings out Excadrill here. With the Sand, is going to get that +2 speed. With Salamence burnt and probably unable to threaten his team in the Grassy Terrain, removing Earthquake possibility of doing a lot of damage thanks to the Grassy Terrain. I do not believe Sohaib is too threatened right here, and he did lose his Intimidate from Salamence Mega Evolving, so it is going to be a pretty important turn right here for Sohaib and James to hopefully not lose momentum.
And right now we see the switch into Milotic. And the Double Edge comes out from James's Mence into the Excadrill, which does very minimal damage, but a decent amount considering it's at a burn. And Ironhead comes out from the Milotic to the Milotic, and we see a Dragon Dance from the Tyranitar come out here, which is very good for Soheb right now. It's at +1 speed.
So Salamence is going to die to the burn, fortunately. But right here you can see that Melodic is going to take Sandstorm damage, and he does control the board right now with the Excadrill and the T-Tar. There's not a lot that can threaten Soheb's position right now.
Okay. And the Entei comes in right now.
Entei coming out is very interesting. It does have Sacred Fire, which can burn 50% of the time, but it is threatened by both T-Tar and Excadrill. Melodic also sports Scald, probably, which can threaten both Excadrill and T-Tar. And so a lot of plays here are going to try to minimize the damage.
On these sand variant teams, we see a lot of double Rock Slide here, which is really annoying for players because they have to deal with the 60% chance to flinch instead of 30% when it's just one Pokemon Rock Sliding.
You know, believe it or not, I've taken a lot of Rock Slide damage in the past few months.
And we see the Z-move come out here from Soheb with the Excadrill. Who do you think? I think it's probably going to target
down. This is Groundium.
Yes.
And it's probably going to target down the Melodic, thinking that it's the biggest threat, sporting Scald, knowing that Rock Slide would be a single target damage if it gets onto the Melodic. And it is. Melodic is going to take that Tectonic Rage, fall deep into the pit of the earth, and lose all of his health while it does that. Fortunately, that does leave Entei as the lone target, and it does avoid the Rock Slide as... Oh, then the Wisp misses. Everyone's missing.
That was a pretty even trade at the end, but I feel like Soheb got the better of that turn because he got rid of a big threat, which was Milotic, and that's very huge for Soheb right there because he has 2 mons that take super effective hits from it.
I hate to see the Pokemon leave their Gucci glasses at home like that, but I do believe this Tapu Bulu was revealed to be a Saltfest last game, which the chat told me, thankfully, and the match was forfeited by James, knowing he does not want to get rid of any information, keep it all in.
Yeah, but this was a pretty fun game right here.
So it was easily able to control the board position after losing Zapdos to a double target from Mence and Zapdos.
Yeah.
And knowing that T-Tar and Excadrill really control that board position against his team thanks to Tectonic Rage being able to threaten Melodic. James is going to have to make some decisions going forward.
I think the Heat Wave burn was pretty huge turn 1 because then the Salamence was even like half its damage pretty much. Because he couldn't just keep Dragon Dancing without taking as much damage. Yeah. So the burn definitely helped him a lot, Soheb.
Oh, the burn was very crucial to the team. But I do not believe he was really going to threaten with that Grassy Terrain down unless that Salamence was going to reveal a move like Brick Break, which is used to hit T-Tar.
That's true.
But, you never know.
Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think Soheb is safe just leading the same thing here? Or do you think
Soheb... He probably led that knowing he probably couldn't punish it too well, and until James proves like he can punish that lead, I don't see any other reason for him to switch it up.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think about James though? What do you think he has to switch up?
James right now definitely doesn't want to let that Tailwind get up, knowing that Rock Slide is going to decimate his team if carried out properly. You could possibly see the Salamence lead getting that -1, but also might change it up into maybe an Aegislash. Something like that, threatening King of not target.
And here we go into Game 2 of the semifinals right here between James Beck and Soheb. And right now James is down right now, but you can never count James Beck out. Salamence and Tapu Bulu come out for James, same leads as before, and Zapdos and Tyranitar for Soheb, same leads as before too. So we have the same mirror from Game 1.
James possibly bought an adjustment in the back. Knowing that the game did not turn out well last time, and I could see him preserving the Mence a little more.
Yeah.
Going forward, but I do not believe he probably. I don't believe he has the EQ on this Mence because he has Grassy Terrain, so he probably does have something like Rooster Brick Break.
Yeah.
But
so
right now Zapdos is threatening with the Tailwind, which is very important because it would allow T-Tar to outpace everything as well. Although T-Tar is threatened by Bulu. And he is going to bring T-Tar out, knowing that Bulu can scare him away with the grass move, as he is going to bring in a Mungus, as Salamence, like last turn, is going to go with Dragon Dance.
Yeah, it's interesting right here. So I think he predicted a Salamence switch out over here from Soheb because he just brought into an Amoonguss into Salamence, which is very weird, if I must say so myself. But it didn't work out, and James, I guess, read that, and Dragon Dance is up.
Good play by James, just getting that Dragon Dance up. It's a risky play in front of that Tyranitar, even though there's a Bulu, because you never want to take too much damage. You never know what's going to happen. But
Yeah.
I believe James probably thinks he can play this out a little differently into his favor from last game.
Yeah. So
Tailwind is up. He did reveal a Heat Wave last game, burning the Salamence, but that's not something you probably want to rely on. And he does not want to take this. This Mungus does not want to die, but he could possibly cover the Mungus switch with a Tapu Bulu attack. So it's going to be a very risky way to maneuver out of this by Soab.
yeah. So I think we could maybe see Mega Evolve here from Salamence. So it is Mega Salamence. Maybe I don't remember if it Mega Evolved last turn.
It did Mega Evolve, silly goose.
And then we see a Double Edge coming out from the Salamence into the Amoonguss, which is definitely going to pick up the KO right there. And then we see...
It's a lot of recoil.
Yeah, it is. And then the Zapdos uses Thunderbolt onto the Salamence. Is that going to pick up the KO? Nope, it's not. And Superpower, going into this Zapdos, probably predicting a Tyranitar switch in right here. But he didn't get that switch in, but I feel like it was a pretty good read.
I could have seen him superpowering into the Amoonguss with the Double Edge,
Yeah.
so covering the T-Tar switch on that side, knowing that Zapdos was not picking up a KO that turn, and so it was a guaranteed kill right there, although Mence is quite low health, but at +1 it did show that it did outpace the Zapdos, so a possible roost could be in store, but he's going to bring out Excadrill, definitely threatening both Bulu and Salamence. Iron Head threatening Bulu, while Rock Slide could threaten Mence, and Salamence is not in the best position right now. We're not quite sure if it has a coverage move or roost yet, not revealed to me. And Zapdos is just kind of there, just chilling. But going forward, Tapu Bulu seems to be a very important part of this game now that there is no Amoonguss, as he's going to
switch out Tapu Bulu right here into Entei. And then we see the pressure being exerted onto the field. Protect from the Salamence right here. And then we see a Rock Slide come out from the Excadrill, which is going to do super effective damage to that Entei. And does about around 40%. And then we see the Heat Wave come off from the Zapdos, which should do 10% to the Entei. Maybe bring it to yellow. Yes, and yes it does. And taking sand damage, is that going to KO the Mence? Nope. Probably one more turn before it dies to the sand damage. But we see the grassy terrain recovery from the Entei.
Right now, Excadrill is definitely threatening both sides, but a Rock Slide may not pick up the kill on Entei. And because it is so defensive and showed off Wisp, it might be a berry, so he definitely has to play strong around that.
Yeah.
You do not want to risk Excadrill getting burned with a full health Tapu Bulu just chilling in the back, waiting to do some work.
Yeah.
Waiting to do some work. And he's going to go for Rock Slide again, outpacing the +1 Mence thanks to Sand Rush. Entei is going to hold on with a sliver of HP. What a bulky Entei.
Yeah, that's true. Are we going to see Super Citrus? And yes, we do. And we see... What kind of berry is that? And that is a Figgy Berry from the Entei. And we see the Heat Wave probably covering up the Tapu Bulu switch in if he went for that. And Sacred Fire comes off. 50% chance to burn, I believe. And
but it is a 100% chance to
KO.
Oh.
Yeah.
We are on the same wavelength.
Exactly.
You see, we said that at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
You owe me a Pokemon.
Okay, nice.
Although Soab is down 2 Pokemon right now, to James 3. Unfortunately, does not have the... does not have the... Oh, there's the Bulu coming out right now.
Yeah. So, right now T-Tar comes out. I don't know how many turns of sand there is, but he didn't even Mega Evolve yet. So
he has not Mega Evolved in knowing, but if he does Mega Evolve right now, the sand would go away. It does not reset sand unless the sand's already up. So unfortunately, that Bulu is going to threaten that Zapdos pretty heavily. But a Tailwind can always come in handy, I believe it is.
Yeah, either he stalls out the grassy terrain and waits for that to not do as much damage to Tyranitar, or he can just. What do you think the Entei just goes for the Zapdos right here, most likely. Does he get the burn? Nope.
He's not going to get the burn. His Superpower
comes off under the Tyranitar.
Into the T-Tar, and it is going to pick up the KO. Soab looks very surprised or disappointed, either one. I know I'm surprised. Mega T-Tar is a bulky Pokemon. As he's going to Tailwind, but I do not believe that's enough to come back right now.
Yeah. So it's a 1 versus 3 matchup right here.
1 versus 3 matchup.
Very unlikely Soheb is going to come back to pull this, unfortunately.
If you've ever watched Dodgeball, just people play Dodgeball, 1 versus 3 is very hard to come back. And they got 2 people throwing the ball at you at once. You hate to see that.
Yeah, but he's just going to click forfeit right here, which is smart, just leaving a little bit of information.
And interesting from James to bring probably the same 4 Pokemon. I could believe he had a Melodic in the back. Just played it very differently. Risky, knowing that Bulu pressured the T-Tar early game, knowing that it was going to allow Salamence to get up some Dragon Dances.
I feel like he maneuvered the Mence a lot better because the burn wasn't there, so it was more useful in the end.
That burn did prove useful for Soheb in that first game, and it will be interesting to see what changes he's going to make, because he did not fare very well in Game 2.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, do you think they should... I think right now, James just stays the same, as he always has. But Soheb might want to make a couple switches.
Soheb definitely wants to make a couple switches. I do not believe he was prepared for that Salamence Bulu, just being able to fire off hits into it, and Zapdos did not prove offensively useful that game.
Yeah.
Kind of set up Tailwind, but just didn't do any more than that. So we have the matchup Game 3. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. If that was me, I'd be shaking.
Yeah, you've been in a couple situations where you're like in this position. How do you feel in the mindset usually?
I think you have to be ready to make some plays. You gotta flex up a little bit, puff your chest out.
Gotta show off
flexing.
Gotta show off your clout also.
Show off while you're in top 4. You gotta show that off. You gotta show off your clout, you know?
Yeah. As we see, James has a pretty cute avatar too.
Very pretty girl, underage, very pretty.
Salamence and Tabulu comes out over here. Bro, I'm lucky I'm 16 though, so it's okay, isn't
Congrats, I'm 21. That's federal. So we are going to see a switch up from Soheb, Zapdos and Amoonguss. Very interesting. He did not lead T-Tar, keeping that stand in the back, but Salamence is going to threaten that Amoonguss. Is this a free Dragon Dance in James' mind?
I'm not. I'm just still laughing off your joke. I'm sorry.
I wasn't kidding. That's actually federal.
Okay. So, the Zapdos and Amoonguss, I feel that James is the best position right here.
Both players made very quick plays that time.
Yeah, so
probably knowing they both figured they knew what to do as soon as they led those Pokemon.
Yeah, and Mega Salamence comes out here. Double Edge goes into the Amoonguss, just picking the straight KO from turn 1.
Turn 1, 4-3, just removing it, picking it, just licking the back of its hand and giving Amoonguss his neck. That sucker slap.
This god.
As Bulu is going to go into
Nature's Madness. That's a beautiful animation, if I say so.
It's beautiful, you know? It soothes me. As Zapdos is going to show off the Tailwind. I believe Soheb definitely did that to get Mega T-Tar in with the Tailwind, or possibly...
I feel like Excadrill comes in right here.
I believe that as well, but he oh.
Yeah.
Good call. You must play Pokemon.
Sometimes, you know?
Here and there. Salamence has not been able to prove to be doing too much damage to either Zapdos or Excadrill, and I believe he played right into Soheb's hands, James did, by letting him get that Tailwind up with a full health Excadrill threatening both Bulu and Mence, and he does bring a T-Tar here.
Okay.
I can see the Excadrill definitely targeting down the Bulu, but I'm not sure how much it'll do to it. So we're going to see James remove the Tapu Bulu. Good play by Soheb, probably predicting that.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take that Iron Head. Iron Head's hurt.
Yeah, and Salamence goes for the Protect over here. And then we see the Iron Head coming out from the Excadrill into the Milotic, which is not going to do too much damage.
Iron Head, it does a considerable amount of damage, knowing that this probably is not the bulkiest physically defensive Melodic. But thanks to the Tailwind, Mega T-Tar does outpace Salamence. It doesn't usually, but now it does thanks to that Tailwind.
Yeah.
Blowing fast.
So, who do you think is upper hand right here?
I think unless James can get a board position that is threatening T-Tar and Excadrill in Tailwind, that it is not looking great with the Pokemon he has brought before unless he possibly made a change.
Honestly, just looks like Rock Slide City right now.
I've been to Rock Slide City before, and it is not a place you want to be.
A lot of flinches around there?
I've been flinched a couple times. Not great things have happened because of it.
That sucks.
You hate to see that.
Mega T-Tar comes out here, just adding that little bit of damage that comes from Mega T-Tar to the regular Tyranitar.
Yeah, probably knowing he's not going to really need that stand too much later, and he wants that extra damage output, as Melodic is going to go for the Protect. Not want to take that ground he did last time.
And he predicts the ground DM. Good play from James over there, just predicting the tectonic range.
I've seen him make great plays on YouTube like that, and that is classic James Bake right there.
Back-to-back battles. You gotta catch that on YouTube. Yeah, honestly.
Absolute stud. I don't go to sleep. I don't go to sleep unless I've got my daily dose of James Bake.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's going for that tech rage into the protect. That is not going to do too much damage, although it does a healthy chunk. That is an Excadrill. That is stab, tectonic rage. You'd hate to see that. You hate to be on the opposing side of that.
Yeah, that's true.
But this T-Tar probably will pick up the kill.
Very, very strong T-Tar right here. Mega Tyranitar. What
Mega Tyranitar has a stone that doesn't makes it go like that.
Yeah, that's true.
What a cool Pokemon. But I do believe Tailwind this would be the final turn of Tailwind coming up.
Yeah.
And so James definitely needs to be able to survive that.
Yeah.
And Sand still is going, so even though that Tailwind may wear off for the T-Tar,
yeah.
X is still 2 times speed. Now it's 3 times speed. This is a fast Excadrill.
Maybe as fast as Pheromosa, but you never know with Pheromosa.
You never know. But Excadrill is going to threaten Bulu with that Iron Head, and plus Rock Slide, I could definitely bet on that taking the kill from Bulu here. And Melodic does not want to be on the opposing end of a Rock Slide, as James is going to switch back out into Entei. Probably he wanted to bait out that Iron Head right there.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I feel like he's gonna go for the. Oh, he goes for the Protect.
That's interesting. I was not expecting that.
Just wasting his last turn of Tailwind, which is very interesting. Crunch into the Milotic over here. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, picks up the
that
KO.
Is very interesting play.
That was some delicious fish right there, wasn't it, Case?
You know, I'm allergic, and I don't appreciate you bringing that up, but.
Are you actually?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But imagine if I was.
That'd be awful.
Life's wild.
Yeah, honestly.
But Bulu is going to come in here. So I'm probably predicting he wanted to bring in that Bulu to force it out and then have a board position where Melodic was probably alive. And oh man, that was a great play by Soab.
Yeah, that was.
Just flexing why he's undefeated this tournament so far. It's a powerful man.
Powerful man, powerful man, powerful
Right here, you're going to see T-Tar and Excadrill still threatening that Entei, unfortunately, but it's going to have to Rock Slide because you don't want to Earthquake your own T-Tar and you don't want to Earthquake into grassy terrain. Those are the 2 no's of T-Tar Excadrill.
Yeah, that's true. And like right now, the Tapu Bulu's in a very good position, though, I feel. Tapu Bulu
but Excadrill may carry the Drill Run, which is very popular on
that
teams
is
because
true.
it's single target and you get rid of Wedguard. As Excadrill's going to go into the Bulu and is going to pick up the kill. Oh my god.
What a beast!
Oh my god, daddy.
Okay.
Alright, and second fire is going to go into the Excadrill. Excadrill is not going to survive, but I would bet money on this T-Tar clicking Rock Slide right here.
And James.
Oh, it's going to Dragon Dance.
He's just going to style, you know.
It's going to style.
Hit him with that. Hit him with that. And you see James.
Don't do it to him.
So I'm playing dirty over here.
I hate to see that.
Yeah.
But Soab, if he does not miss the Rock Slide.
So I'm just on a rampage over here. We should just give him the Switch right now, but he has one more set to play, most likely.
He's playing very effectively and making great edits to his approaches right now. But that is a +1 Mega Tyranitar threatening that Entei with the Rock Slide, and it's safe to say Soab may be coming out on top of this match.
Definitely. Unless that Entei is going to reveal
match was forfeit. James is just going to
click X.
Hand him the game. It is Christmas time, so he's probably the spirit of
30th of December, Chad.
You know, that's Christmas to me. That time in between Christmas and January, it's still Christmas.
Okay, whatever you say. And now we're just gonna take a little break until the finals.
And we're gonna hand the mic off
to my man Irving Johnson.
Are we gonna have an Irving Chad?
Irving Chad. Hopefully, I have to leave soon, so this has been Marab. Oh. I have a curfew because I'm 16 years old. I'm not allowed to play with the big boys yet, right, Kate?
I'm quite the big boy.
When can I become a big boy?
The big boy is it's a mindset, not
a mindset. Okay,
you have Choppa Cross walking in uninvited with a Fanta.
Yeah, with a Fanta. Probably no, it's a sun kiss, bro.
Probably no meat in there. He's a vegan. You're vegan, right?
No, he's a vegetarian, bro. What? Yeah.
My apologies, King.
We got the gang right here. So we got Chad, we got Irving, we got Choppa.
Should I do finals?
No, I'm doing finals. I'm sorry. I already called it.
I could have saved everyone. Ancient Miranda. Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, thank you to everyone watching the stream so far. We really appreciate your support. And stay tuned for finals.
This is like Aaron Zane.
Finals are coming right up soon. Stay tuned. My name is Case Victory, and I am signing off.
Follow me at Yo Man Kuso.
Okay. Flex.
Yo, you kept talking so much.
Yeah, I know.
What's up?
I'm just kidding. You were good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Nah. Yo, wait. Who won out of P-Dons and
Hey guys, we are back with the finals.
Yeah, hope you are ready for this. We are going to have Tommy Cooley and T-Man VGC facing off against Sohaib Mufti, Sohaib, in finals of the AON Win a Switch tournament.
Yo, this Switch event is looking really provident. I'm actually really proud of the attendance we had today.
Yeah, getting like over 20 people for a non-official grassroots event, that's really nice to see.
If y'all
It doesn't sound like a lot, but for Pokemon, like we haven't had grassroots events in a while.
In the snow, we have to admit, it's
and we
in
had
the snow.
Rutgers earlier this month too.
Yeah.
That was about as many people. Also,
Yeah.
really respectable tour. Like it was just cool to kick off the format with a real event instead of just like laddering.
Yeah, one thing I would like to say, I feel like practicing for bigger events, as in for grassroots, is actually better because you get to practice on cart. And also, like, we have to give everybody a big shout out that come from the snow. Like, people came 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Like, even me, like, I live like in the city, but it was still hard to get here.
We all want Switches that badly.
Like, Joy-Con boys, we carry the Switch on us at all times, bro.
We can't all say the same.
Yeah, because y'all don't have a Switch. I'm sorry.
One day.
But for my fellow Joy-Con boys, put it in the chat, please. I would like to see that. Joy-Con boys, yes. And I'm seeing the Joy-Con boys in the chat.
Oh my god, dude, you're such a Twitch streamer.
And that's exactly what I like. You gotta have positivity in the chat, my boy. And I'm loving the way how this whole tournament venue. If y'all haven't been to AON, please come out to AON the next time we have.
Yes,
it.
like at the same time we're running out with some fighting game events. Like I think there's a bit of Melee going on. Definitely Street Fighter 4, Guilty here. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of people here. Just so many interesting people to talk with. Other people. The games like spectate if you're not playing Pokemon at the moment. It's good. Like we never really have that. Like I'm sure if you play fighting game like Street Fighter or something, you're always gonna be able to
I actually like play like Street Fighter and like Marvel as well. But like I just play those like casually.
Yeah, I can tell. But what that Akuma did to you earlier.
Oh man, I got Raging Demon at like 30.
Oh no.
But like I'm like really proud of like everybody that's on the stream. Please, if y'all not giving a follow, please give a follow out to Chopper Cross and to me. I really appreciate it.